Dominic, do you have a motor? Allison, Mel, do you have motors? If you have your motor, can I see it? Anthony has his. Oh, Dominic, good. Carlos, do you have a motor? Good, good. Hi.
I'm making my motor.
You are making your motor. All right, let me know if you need some help before we start. Chloe, do you have your motor? We are going to use our same robot that we built last week, but we are going to adapt him and change him into an animal. So first today, we are going to watch a little video that talks about some adaptations that different animals have. So while Carlos and other people are working on their robot, their motors, we can have a video playing for everyone. So here we go.
Animal adaptations. When something that we are doing isn't working, we often do something different. This means that we change our behavior to fit with the new circumstance. Another word for change is adapt. If you have ever moved from one home to another, you've had to adapt to a new school, neighborhood, and location. If you happen to move to a different country, you may have had to adapt to an entirely new language and culture. Adaptations can be big, like moving to a new place, or they can be small. An example of a small adaptation might be visiting a place with a different time zone than yours. You might visit somewhere where 8 p.m. your time is 11 p.m. their time. Your body would need to adapt to the 3-hour time difference. After a few days, your body would get used to the new time zone. That means it would adapt to the change in time. Humans aren't the only ones that adapt. Adaptations are the special features that help an animal live and survive in certain places or habitats. There are 3 kinds of animal adaptations: behavioral, physical, and life cycle. Behavioral. Animals behave in a certain way to help them adapt to their environment. Migration is a behavioral adaptation that some animals use. Migration is when an animal moves from one location to another. Animals typically migrate during the winter months when it gets cold. They migrate or move to warmer locations. They do this so they can find food and survive. A bird called the Arctic tern migrates from the North Pole and flies south to Antarctica. The monarch butterfly travels south and west each autumn. It migrates because it will die if it gets too cold. Blue whales, which are the largest animals in the world, swim up to 16,000 miles when they migrate. That's one of the longest migration paths of all animals. Humpback whales go all the way from the North Pole to the South Pole to escape the cold. Maybe you've even done some migrating of your own. During winter, have you ever taken a vacation to a warm place to escape the cold weather? Hibernation is another way that animals adapt their behavior. When an animal hibernates, it stays in one place and sleeps through the winter. When the weather warms up, the animal wakes up. One type of animal that hibernates is bears. Bears eat large amounts of food in preparation for hibernation. In fact, They eat up to 90 pounds of food every single day. During hibernation, bears lose a quarter to almost half of their body weight. Some bears hibernate up to 7 months without drinking, eating, or going to the bathroom. Other animals sleep lightly during hibernation. Skunks, raccoons, and chipmunks wake up for short periods of time during hibernation to go to the bathroom and to find food. Snakes, turtles, and frogs go into a state like hibernation called brumation. Brumation is a type of hibernation for cold-blooded animals. A lot of these animals go underground to hibernate to protect themselves from the cold. During brumation, their metabolism slows way down and they become less active. They also sleep for long periods of time. Another way animals adapt their behavior is in their interactions with each other. Monkeys help each other out by eating the parasites or bugs off their buddies' backs. Plover birds fly into the mouths of crocodiles, where they clean out the crocodile's teeth after it has eaten. The plover bird gets a meal while the crocodile gets a teeth cleaning. As a bonus, the plover bird doesn't get eaten by the crocodile. The way that some animals move is another way that they behaviorally adapt. Bats sleep during the day and fly at night when it's cooler. Ducks, geese, and penguins have webbed feet that help them paddle through the water. Some animals use sounds to communicate with each other and for protection. A female lion roars to protect her babies. Birds' calls are used to communicate with each other. Beavers slap their tails on the surface of water to warn other beavers of danger and to frighten their enemies. Physical. The second way animals adapt is physically. Some animals use their claws for catching and gripping their prey. Others use them for climbing trees and digging. The fur on a bear helps keep it warm during cold weather. The ostrich has thick feathers to help it look bigger and scare away predators. Prairie dogs have sharp claws to help it dig their burrows, and sharp hearing so they can hear if a predator is coming. Atlantic salmon have 4 sets of gills, which allow them to go back and forth between fresh water and salt water. Some animals use camouflage for protection and to also help them find a mate. Camouflage means that an animal uses its colors or appearance to help it blend into its environment. Some sharks and tuna fish are darker on the top of their bodies and lighter on the bottom. That kind of camouflage is called counter shading. It helps them blend into the water. It not only helps them catch fish to eat, but also not get caught themselves. Other fish use various color patterns that help them blend into their surroundings and avoid being seen by a predator. Chameleons have many different adaptations that help them survive. The half circle on their head helps them not only attract a mate, but to catch dew for drinking. They also have eyes that pivot, which helps them see fast-moving prey. Their skin changes color too. This enables them to blend into their environment. It also makes their enemies nervous, which hopefully keeps them away. The colors help chameleons attract a mate as well. Life cycle adaptations. The third way an animal adapts to its environment is through a life cycle adaptation. A life cycle adaptation is the process an animal goes through to help it survive. When we talk about life cycle, we are talking about how an organism grows or changes from birth into adulthood. Frogs start their lives as eggs that are hatched from an adult frog. Tadpoles then hatch from those eggs. Those little tadpoles eventually grow 2 front legs. 2 more legs gradually appear in the back. The tadpoles then turn into a froglet, which looks just like an adult frog, only with a tail. Finally, the froglet loses its tail and becomes an adult frog. Some adaptations change over time depending on the needs of the animal. For example, a frog starts out with gills so they can live in water, which eventually turn into lungs so they can live on land. The life cycle of a butterfly includes 4 stages. It starts out as an egg, then changes into a caterpillar. From a caterpillar, it becomes a pupa, and then finally an adult butterfly. Without adaptation, no living organism would be able to survive. Every adaptation that an animal makes, whether it's behavioral, physical, or life cycle, helps an animal not only survive, but thrive where it lives. Thanks for following Clarendon Learning.
All right, so we just watched about a lot of different animals. So now it is your turn to think about what kind of animal you want to make today.
Dog.
So we are going to start with our robot from last week. Do we all have our motors and our tin rectangle? If you have your motor and your tin, let me see it. Carlos has a motor. Carlos, is your motor working? Looks good. Do you have your tin?
I don't have a tin.
You don't have a tin? Okay. That's all right. If you don't have the tin, you have some paper and some cups, some different sticks in your bag today. You can create your animal using the different supplies that you were given or that you might have in your room. So first up, let's try and add legs to our animal. If you have your tin, you can fold down your edges and tape on some legs. We have popsicle sticks in our bags from today. If you don't have your tin, you can try and create an animal using some paper cups and some papers, whatever you have laying around.
Wait, Miss, can you repeat what we're meant to do?
The legs are made out of the popsicle sticks. Yep, those can be your legs.
How do we put the legs on?
And I am taping the legs around my tin. If you do not have the tin, then you can create an animal body out of paper cups or paper, whatever supplies you have on hand to make an animal. So once you're able to get your legs on, you can try out your robot, your animal bot, and see how well your legs are. Maybe you need some extra tape. Maybe one is too short, too long. Make your own adaptations to the legs that you are putting onto your animal bot. Carlos has created a flying animal bot. Very cool.
It's a spaceship. It's going up to space.
Spaceship! Awesome!
I can dream of it being a spaceship.
Absolutely, you can dream of it being a spaceship. For sure. It is very cool. Yep, look through your bags of supplies from today, see what other things you can add, even if you're making a spaceship instead of an animal. There are some different changes you can make to it. See if you can redesign any parts of it.
This can I have it for 4 eyes?
You have eyes you're going to put on? 4 eyes?
Yes.
Yep, go ahead. Put on your eyes. I have 5 eyes in my bag. You can put on as many eyes as you'd like. Yep. Does your spaceship have eyes, Carlos?
Yes.
Yes, I like it. I think that's a good idea.
Not that type. Oh, wait.
Oh, very cool, Anthony. Oh, and Chloe has legs on hers. Good. Once you have your legs on, you can play around with it, or you can start to make him some kind of animal. Think about where you want your animal to live, what environment. We saw different adaptations. Space. We saw different adaptations in our little video about animals that live in the water or the desert or space.
Can I just have mine look like this?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to your space animal bot ship. It is your design, your invention. Be as creative as you want.
Miss, what can you do next?
So do you have your whole animal bot all decorated? Do you have markers or crayons? We have eyeballs. There are some different papers in the bag that you have. There are some pipe cleaners, and you can create your own little animal or spaceship out of the robot. Did you add any special adaptations to your animal bots or your spaceship? How did you make it a spaceship, Carla?
I made it a spaceship by making a cyclops of 2 hind legs.
Ooh, awesome. Very good idea. Chloe, did you add any special adaptations to your animal bot? I see some eyeballs. Dominic, how is your animal bot? Ooh, Chloe, yours has many eyes. Wow. Allison, did you add any special adaptations to your animal bot? Dominic, is your motor working? Well, Carlos and Chloe made two very awesome animal bots. I can see those two. Dominic, is yours working? Oh, very good. Does the motor work? Does it go? It works? All right, well, have fun playing with your animal bots. Make sure you leave these at school. The next time we have class, we are going to use our motors once again to create another robot. So we want these to stay at school. I've seen about 4 of your different animal bots. So very good job. They look awesome. I hope you had fun creating your animal bots or your spaceships. Ooh, excellent. We're adding extra things to our. Is this Chloe's animal? Did you make an elephant? It looks pretty cool. I will
Mine
see.
is a spaceship monkey.
That's your. Oh, it's a spaceship monkey. Ooh, that's even cooler, Carlos. Oh, Chloe, your many eyeballed animal looks
Plus it's a
very cool.
Cyclops.
He can see everything. Good work. I hope you had a lot of fun. Enjoy playing with your animals. And I will see you in 2 weeks, I believe. I think you have spring break next week. So have a good rest of your day. Bye, Carlos. Bye, Chloe. Bye, Allison. Bye, Dominic. See you next time. Very cool space animal bots. Bye.